Hello, welcome to S7FX. Let's start our analysis first. So we can see that on monthly time frame, GJ has get the rejection from this area, and once it has started its move by breaking this resistance, there is a high chance that it will reach at any zone, and the nearest zone which I can see at around this time will be this area. Okay, so we can expect a move in this area, and these are some minor resistances. Okay, these wicks, because so many times we see that we get some sort of rejection at around these wicks. Okay, so we have to keep an eye on these wicks also. So the market has just, let me just change the color of this box. So we can see that the market has just earlier the market had broken this area. The market has just broken this area of resistance. Okay, and once the market has broken this area of resistance, there is a high chance that we are having 2 or 3 scenario at these positions. First, the market may come to this area before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, this is scenario number 1. We will be having a second scenario where the market may resume its trend to the upside. Okay, because this week has already done a retest, some sort of retest. You know, if you go to a lower time frame, you will be looking, this candle looks like comes up, retest, and now this white candle may go continue its move to the upside. So and this is called the wick fill. Okay, in higher time frames it looks like a wick fill, but in lower time frame this is simple a market structure. Okay, so as the market has broken this area, we can expect a move to the upside. On a daily time frame, we can see the market has came down. Okay, filled like trying to get support from this area. Okay, and now showing some sort of, and this was the wick fill, I would say. Okay, sorry, this was the wick on a daily time frame. Okay, so it came down, and now we can see some sort of move to the upside. You can see the market has came down. Now we are seeing some sort of move to the upside. On a 4 hour, we are having some these sort of resistances. So these are the resistances on 4 hour time frame. If we go back, we can also see that these resistances are quite older, because you know market has so much history on these levels. So we can expect some move to the downside also, a little retracement. Okay, till these areas before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, Or if the market just give us a nice break, there is a chance that it may continue its move to the upside also. Just wait and see what the market does. If we look at the gold, we are having a bearish candle which broke all these market structures, all these minor market structure. Okay, so this move has broken all these minor structure. Now it is an area where the market has rejected. So we can see that the market may give us a pullback. Okay, because if we go to past, so we can see that at this area market has given us some nice big moves. So we can expect a pullback to the upside. And if we go to the weekly time frame, we can see that the market has this area of resistance. So once the market get rejected from this area, we can see that we are having resistance at this area, so market can easily reach till that area. Let me just check my audio. Structures. All these minor market structures. Okay, so this move has broken all this minor structure. Now it is an area where the market has rejected. So we can see that the market may give us a pullback. Okay, because if we go to past, okay, so audio is okay, not that much good, but it's audible. Market is trying to continue its move to the upside. So here also we will be having 2 or 3 scenarios. Number one, the market come down and retest this area before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, on a daily time frame we can see that we are at an area of resistance. On daily time frame we can see that market has rejected this area, the market went up and again rejected from this area, so we can expect some sort of move to the downside. Okay. But it has rejected twice from this area. This is a monthly daily resistance area. We can see this is our daily resistance area, so we can expect a move to the downside before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, this can be like this also, coming down till these areas and then continue its move to the upside. Okay, by forming some sort of head and shoulder pattern. Or there is a scenario where the market already has came down, retest, already went up, retest, and then may continue from here also to the upside. Or the market may start forming some sort of equilateral triangle, because it is an area where previous candle it's some sort of like wicks at the top or wicks at the bottom, so we can expect some sort of equilateral triangle at in these areas. Okay, so we can also expect this sort of equilateral triangle for pushing its move to the upside. Okay, so when these sort of like structure forms, then it becomes difficult to trade the market. On a 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market is completely in between the range, so taking any trade in these areas will be a risky. So these are the minor structure, minor support and resistance. So taking any trade in these areas will be a risky one. TJ, we can see that the market has broken the monthly time frame. Okay, it has just broken it, rejected from here, and now showing some sort of move to the upside. Now, weekly time frame, the market is pretty much consolidating. We are having some sort of range bound condition in these areas. So, that is the reason why it is becoming difficult to take trades. If this sort of market condition will be there, it becomes very difficult. We can see that these are the present market conditions. So one candle up, one candle down, so it becomes a little difficult. On a weekly time frame, we can see that we are having an area of resistance at around this. Okay, so this is an area of resistance. The market may reject from this area. Okay, let me refine it to daily time frame, because in weekly it's, so on a daily time frame I can refine it till this area. Okay, so this is the top. I can refine it at this area. If I if you go to a weekly time frame, these are all wicks. Okay, and we are having a minor resistance at around this area. You can see the market came down, went up, and then again came down. So market, and when the market went at this level, the market just get rejected from the same area. On a weekly time frame, the market has just broken this monthly structure, came down, again went up, break this monthly structure resistance, and then again rejected once, twice, thrice, 4 times. So 4 times rejected from this monthly structure. Now we can expect some sort of move to the upside. Okay. On a daily time frame, we can see that the market is showing some sort of bullish move to the upside. We have a sort of resistance area around this. We do have some sort of resistance at around this area. Okay, and we also have some sort of resistance at around this area. So we can see this is some sort of consolidated market. We cannot demark clear resistance. We are having all sort of resistances in all time frames, but if you ask from me, then from where we are getting a retracement, then continuation, that will be the best rejection area. So at these areas, I can say that the market has just, at this area, market just formed some sort of a consolidation and then continue its move. Here it's just rejected on this area also. So I can say that this is some sort of resistance area. So on our early time frame, we are having some sort of minor structure also. The market is reaching at this area. So this is the minor structure. Gold is completely inside some sort of range. If we look at a 4-hour time frame, so this is consolidation area. Okay, these are just wicks. So these are just wicks on 4-hour time frame, higher time frame. These are the consolidation area where the market, you can see market rejected, then again market went to this area, came down, again went up, came down. Here you can see that the market again rejected. Okay, here the market came down and just rejected. Now it's showing some sort of move to the downside. Okay, so this is an area of consolidation. So I'm having my GBP USD marked because I do look some fib setups also. Okay, that is the reason why, because GBP has a much more smoother price action than GBP JPY right now. Okay, so this is the reason why I just I'm looking in GBP JPY. On a weekly time frame, we can see that it has just clearly break the resistance. Okay, and now it is going to just retest this area before continuing its move to the downside. So this is a temporary retest, I would say. On a daily time frame, we can see we are having a nice move to the upside. Market has just reached an area of resistance. On a 4-hour time frame, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, we can refine it. So this is an area of resistance on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so this is a refinement of our daily time frame resistance. If you look at a 1 hour or a 30-minute, so yep, we have a pending move till this area. We can see that in GBP USD the market has just broken this area of resistance. Okay, then we just get the break, market came down, retest this area, and now showing some sort of continuation, and we can see we are having a clear traffic till this area. That's a good thing. So I have added a pair of GBP USD. I'm good, Arjun. What about you? Hello, Yogia. How can I promote you, Yogia? Yeah, IT. So right now we are having a situation where gold has already retraced from this area, and now it has come to an area of range. Okay, so if we are having this sort of scenario, we can expect a, a small pullback, and the market may fall, uh, reach till these areas. Okay, because it has just given us some sort of move to the downside, so we can expect this sort of move. Let's just mark it. Just wait. If you look at a US30 is also some sort of range. Okay, we are having a lower range at this area, like support, and then we have a resistance at around this area. This is the minor structure, which has from where the market has rejected so many times. Like if you look at a daily time frame, so the market had formed some sort of indecision candle. Okay, so we will be waiting for a nice break to the upside or to the downside for a nice trend. You can see right now market is completely inside some sort of range. So let's just wait and see it does. So market has reached, given us an alert on a 15-minute time frame on GJ. Spreads are so high in GJ. So look at the spreads of GPUSD, it's quite small. Not small, but compared to GJ, it's quite good. It just came down, retest this area, and just trying to continue its move to the upside. That's okay. Almost touched 61.8, but just by some pip, it did not we can see that it almost touched 61.8 and now it just bounced. Not do anything. I have removed my pending order because it has now started its move to the upside again. हेलो। बोलो क्या वो बात है आपकी? अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक। Hello, Yasis. Yes, yes, is I am using Fibonacci because of the risk reward, like I was not getting the good risk reward, so that's why I decided to use sub fib. See, with fib, if you confluence your fib with the higher time frame, then it works like a magic, believe me. Like, see, earlier also I tried to implement the fib, but I was not getting a good result. The reason is not the like the reason was not the fib, but the reason was that I was not able to implement that fib correctly, because if you are using your fib, it doesn't mean like just like draw your fib at any leg. No, it will not work like that. If your fib is like correlating with the higher time frame, then only you will be able to like get some good results. If it's not correlating with your higher time frame, then it will not work. No. So this is the catch with the fib. If it like if you are trading with a higher time frame, then it's good, your fib will work amazing. But if you will like draw some fib, like just if you see that this is a leg, just draw a fib from here. If you see that this is a leg, just draw a fib from here. It will not work like that. You will get lots of losses. If you want to just trade fib, then you have to do a proper like higher time frame analysis, top down analysis, then only it will work. If your top down analysis is correct, then it will work, but if your top down analysis is not correct, then yep, there are lots of traders out there who trade fib in a like very good way. So in this trade I have like, see, I just make this a risk-free trade, because once the market reach this area, I just remove my all the risk from the table. Okay, and then if market reaches till this area, I will be locked in this much of profit, and if market reached to my to this area, I will be locked this much of profit. Okay. So if you look at this, it will be somewhere at around I am risking $250. And if it see, this is not like a fixed RR. See here I have minimized my risk. I have no risk on the table. Once the market reached till this level 23.6, I will trail this stop loss to this area. Okay, and if the market goes up, so I have just placed this order, but I will not be taking my take profit at around this area. My take profit will be somewhere at around, let me just show you where will be my take profit. I will be just trailing. My take profit will be somewhere at around this area. Like I will keep trailing it. Once the market reaches till this, after this fib, I will be trailing my stop loss. Once the market reaches till this area, I will be locking this much of profit. Once the market reaches till this area, I will be locking this much of profit. Once again market reach this area, I will be locking this much of profit. So this is how I'm going to like trail this thing. It's not like I have a fixed RR in this. I want to just see. Right now, market has almost reached to 0.236. So what I would like to do, I will be just trailing my fib. You know, I will be, once the market touch this area, I will book at least this much of profit, which will be somewhere at around 1:1. Okay, and if the market again continue its move to the upside and reach till this area, I will be locking this much of profit. Okay, it is not like that a fixed RR. I will keep locking the profits as the market continue its move to the upside. So in US in GBP JP USD we have a false breakout. You know, I had entry placed at around this area. It just went up and hit our take profit. Like it is about to hit our stop loss, you know, at around this area. So that's okay. So it was a false breakout. We had a clean traffic, so I thought that the market must reach till this area. Okay, so that is the reason why I just took this entry. It has not tagged me out yet, but the chances is pretty high that it will just tag me out. Just wait and see. You know, because we had a nice break to the upside, and on a 30-minute time frame we had some consolidation, and once I see this sort of move, then I thought that okay, if it breaks this high, there is a high chance it will continue its move to the upside. This is the reason why I just took this entry. Hi Kishan. I have just closed this the GBP USD entry because you know it was coming down quite sharply, so I just closed it at around this area. My fib entry is like still running. I have no risk on this trade. I will be in this trade for quite some time. I will be just trailing it according to my rule. I will not be taking exit very early, you know, at around any risk reward. I will be just keep trailing it from one fib to other fib. If it comes down and to this area, then that's okay. I am out of this trade. But if it continues its move to the upside, I will be keep trailing it at every fib level. So I had an entry in this GJ, but unfortunately it just did not tag me in. You know, I had an entry at around this area. I tried 2-3 times, but it did not tag me in. Like, it was this entry, okay, on a 5-minute time frame, I think. Yep. On a 5-minute time frame, I had up my fib from body to body. Okay, so it came down. When it came down at this area, I wanted to be in the trade, and the next time again when it came down, I just missed this entry. You know, I wanted to take this entry because we had a nice resistance area. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market has just broken this resistance area. So I was like, okay, if it has broken this area, so we can expect a move to the upside. Okay, so it was a nice entry. I wanted to take this entry, but hello Top series, hello. So as US 30 is about to hit this area, so it has just, you can see that it has just touched 0.236. So I will be managing my stop loss. So I will be securing some profits. What is happening? So in this trade, I want to just secure some profits. I will be securing 1:1. Okay, and if it reaches till this area, then I will be securing like some more. But right now, I will be just let the market decide what it wants to do with my trade. If it comes down and take me out, then okay, that's fine. I will be happy with my profit. But I want to just give an opportunity to the market to just continue its move to the upside. And you know, there is a high chance that it may continue its move to the upside. Why? Because let me just show you. If you do all the analysis, so there is a, we can see on a weekly time frame, it has just broken this resistance. Okay, it came down, retest, and now it's showing some sort of continuation of the move. If we look at the near resistance, so this week can act as some sort of resistance. Okay, but before this week we have some sort of clear range. If we go to a daily time frame also, we can see that this candle has broken the market, this resistance. Now at this area we had some sort of resistance, the market not able to continue its move to the upside, but the next candle next day just broke this resistance area, and day after like the next day it came down, retest this area, and now we can expect some sort of move to the upside. Sorry, generally I do my fib from here only, but when I saw this sort of aggressive move coming down, so I thought that okay, there is a high chance that, see, this range is acting some sort of resistance area. Okay, so when I draw my fib from here, this will be my stop loss at around this area. Okay, and the market, and this will be my entry, top of the resistance area, because see, if we are having some sort of resistance, if we are this sort of resistance, okay, and if the market breaks it area, so we generally place our order according to the fib at the top of the resistance. But if you have aggressive move, so there is a high chance it may come to the 50% of this range. Okay, this entire range can act as a resistance, and it's 50%. Sometimes if the move is very aggressive like this, so it can reach till the area of this 50%, and from here we get a bounce. And when I saw this sort of aggressive move, just one candle was traveled all the way down to this area, I thought that no, we may get some stop loss. So that is the reason why I just placed my order somewhere at around this area. Stop loss was just below this range, because once the market breaks this range, so it can also break this my stop loss at around this area. So there was no need to just risk unnecessary capital. See, according to our analysis, the market must continue its move to the upside. Okay, just retest this area, and now we can expect a move to the upside. So we are having a win-win situation right now. Okay, if the market just falls from here, we will be already booking 1:1, and if the market reaches till this area, we will be booking somewhere at around 1:1.7. And if the market just breaks this higher and continues its move to the upside, we'll be definitely booking somewhere at around 0. Like 2.75. The poor strike rate of fib is just because like we don't do top-down analysis, you know, and that is the reason why we have a poor strike rate of fib. If you do a proper top-down analysis and then you mark a fib, the accuracy is quite good. And right now I'm just like there are lots of refinement I will be doing in my upcoming videos, but right now I just, you know, these are just this is the first day, like, so I'm not using that sort of like lots of refinements. I'm just using simple support resistance and my top-down analysis. I took this GBP USD trade. Okay, this was a breakout trade. We had a nice resistance area. We get this breakout, and I wanted to take the entry, but it just came down to the range and just took us out. Hi, Fact Gamer. See, this is the reason why I just stopped. Like, I'm taking 1 or 2 trades, but you know, if you trade like breakout strategy, there, like the first problem is that the risk reward. We took the trade at around this area. Our stop loss will be definitely below this candle. Okay. So when we take this sort of trade, so we get lots of fake outs, you know. And if you try to like do a scalp, just booking 10 pips on and risking 50 pip or 40 pip and booking 10 pips. Like in this trade, I am risking, like, let's suppose 18 pip almost, you know. So here booking 10 pips is okay, but what happens, like, we don't get even 10 pips when the market breaks. That becomes an issue. That was like, you know, my entire focus is to build a strategy that can easily pass prop firms. And you know, the more time I am spending, like the more time I am doing my live account, so I can see that because see, this is not my personal account. So whatever pressure I am feeling on this account, so the same pressure I am going to feel on the challenge account. If let's suppose this will be my personal account, then okay, that's fine. If I lost 1% or 2%, it is not a matter of, you know, on your personal account. But if this is my live funded account, and if I'm losing something, or like if I'm not able to make money, so then it creates a problem, you know, then it creates a problem. In my opinion, the low strike rate is just because we don't do top-down analysis on fib. Okay, if you do a top-down analysis on fib and then we mark our levels, then we will be getting good win rate. See, there are lots of things lacking at this stage, because if my plan was to just see if I take any entry somewhere around this area. So if I want to risk 1%, I want to close my like 50% at around this area only, at around 0.382, and then then what with my 50% I want to just keep trailing my 50% fib to fib, next fib to next fib. As the market reached this fib, I will be trailing my stop loss to this fib. Then the market next reached to the next fib, I will be trailing it again. So this sort of thing I thought will be doing on my like right now. I have lots of plan, but slowly I will be implementing all those things. So see, it is coming down quite aggressively, so that's okay. If it comes down and take me out, then also I will be making somewhere at around like 1:1 RR. See, we are having a breakout entry on gold, but again the same thing. I don't want to be in the trade, like placing a stop loss at around this area and taking entry somewhere at around this area. It was getting very difficult for me to even get 1:1. Now, if it gives me, then okay, but getting 1:1 was was very difficult with that sort of a strategy. So see, when you do a challenge account, or if you want to trade a challenge account or like a prop firm, then your strategy must be a very balanced one. Your your win rate should not be very low, should not be very less, and your RR should also not be very less. In the beginning, when I started this stream, like before that also, I was doing a strategy where my win rate was approx 70-80%, but my RR was like 0.4 to 0.7. Okay, 1:0.4, 0.7, in between that. So when I traded that sort of a strategy, what I feel like when I was having my winning streak, I was like I was on the top of the moon. But when I start, and you cannot avoid losing streaks, whether it's me or whether it's like go and check the channel of Raza Bank. He also gets a losing streak, and if you look at his trades, he used to just close his trades like snap in a second. And still he get a losing streak. But the problem is that when you get a losing streak in your challenge account or a prop firm account, it becomes very difficult to just like save your account from that losing streak. Because if you are having your personal account and losing 5% or 6% is not a big deal. You still have 95% in your account. See, look at this gold trade. Let's suppose I would have taken this gold trade, and I know if you go to other system, lots and lots of people would have taken this trade. I know that once it had broken this area, lots of people must have entered into this trade. And right now their heartbeat will be at around 130. No. because the stop loss is quite a small, and it is just like getting 1:1 becomes very difficult even. If the market breaks this high, I will be booking somewhere at around 1:2. DJ again is in a consolidated market area. This is some sort of range bound market condition. If you ask from me, you can see. So we don't have any clear direction right now. If you ask me, the one thing which I learned from like trading this sort of a strategy after losing Gorilla, like after leaving Gorilla, I would say that the most important thing which I learned is doing the top down analysis. Because in the beginning I used to think that if you are a day trader, sir, what is the need of doing a top down analysis? You have to just enter into a 15-minute or 5-minute time frame. So what is the need of like taking trade on a like what is the need of looking for monthly, weekly and daily time frame? But as I did lots of like sitting in front of the chart, then I realized that no, it's not like you can just left the higher time frame and just take the trade on a 15-minute or a 5-minute time frame. No, it is not going to work like that. If like if you are trading on an intraday also, then you have to keep an eye on your higher time frames. The market is on GBP USD market is showing some sort of move to the downside. So now let's do a top-down analysis and try to understand whether it's a actual move or it is just a move that wants to trap some traders. So you can see on a weekly time frame we are having market came already had today is Monday only, and the market has already came down and test these areas. Okay, these areas, and now the market has got rejected. So once the market has rejected from the down at this area, so you can see that on our daily time frame we had a resistance at around this area. We also had some sort of resistance at around these areas. So market has already broken these two resistances. So what we can expect from here, either the market may continue its move to the upside, or the market once come to these areas, all these wicks, okay, they will touch these wicks before continuing its move to the upside. So these are our like assumptions that the market can do these things. Okay, but if you ask from me, the higher time frame bias, it will be definitely to the upside. How it will go up, this is the question. So either it may just continue its move to the upside like this, okay, reach till these areas, okay, these areas of resistance, or it may come down, retest this area before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, so these are the two scenarios. If we go to a lower time frame, then what we can see that the market has already broken this resistance area with a quite bullish candle. So as the market has already broken this resistance area with a lot of momentum, so we can expect that the market may not reach to this area, because if the market will reach till this area, so and closes around this area, this will be an engulfing candlestick pattern and it will consider it as a fake out. But I don't think that there is anything that will make the market to go down. I'm not seeing any sort of, there is some sort of resistance at around this area, but if you look at these areas, these are clear traffic. We have a clean traffic. Okay, so this is an imbalance. If you know the imbalance, then this is an imbalance also. So there is a high chance that the market will continue its move from here only. Okay, and if the market continues its move from here only, so see, and now we can draw the fib. See, once I know that the market may continue its move to the upside, then I want to draw the fib. It is not like that. It is not like that if I want, like if I get a leg to the down, I will draw the fib. If I get a impulse to the up, I will draw a fib. No, you have to do a top-down analysis. You have to look at all the assumptions, all the probabilities that from where the market may continue its move to the up or to the down, and according to that, if your fib is like, if you draw your fib and it is correlating with your analysis, then it will work like a good tool. See, after seeing this sort of break, when you get this sort of break, the market has already broken these all resistances. No, it has broken, sorry, it has broken this market structure, this market structure, this market structure. The market has already broken all these market structure. Okay, so your higher time frame is telling you that the market wants to continue its move to the upside. So you may draw your fib from here to here only, and look, isn't it working? Isn't it giving you the desired result? But if you want to draw your fib from here to here, and you are not looking at the higher time frame analysis, and if you draw your fib from here to here, okay, like let's suppose you draw your fib from here to here and you want to catch this, like, let me just clean the chart a little so that you guys can understand, and then you try to catch the move. Let me just show you. I have drawn a lot of fib. See, you draw a fib from here to here and you want to catch this move because this is an ASEAN session. Okay, this was a market open. So when the market open, you sit in front in London session, and your expectation is like this. Okay, this is your expectation. Okay, and it will it just did not follow your analysis, and it just continued its move to the upside. So is it the fault of the market that it did not follow your fib? No, it is not the fault of the market, because market is telling you that it does not want to continue its move to the downside. Look at the strength of this candle and look at the strength of all these candles. Can you really see, can you really say that like the market wants to continue its move to the downside? No. After breaking this resistance area with a 1 hour candle, okay, if you are drawing a fib on a 1 hour candle, after, see, here you can do two things. First, you should not take an entry like this, first thing, because this is completely a mess. And despite you want to take the entry, no, you are just very much want to just take this entry, then try to take the buy entry in this fib. No, I'm not trying to sell the market right now, because after seeing this sort of candle, if you look at, if you do some sort of like trend line also, you will be seeing the market has already broken this trend line. Okay, if you know the, like, if you know how to trade trend line, you see that the market has already broken with a very high momentum candle, and now this is a simple retest this trend line. And once the market get the volume, it just resumed its trend. Once the London market open, these green boxes are London, so you can see at 12:30 London market open and the market resumed its direction. So these are the things which just let you get some good win rate. You know, I'm not saying the win rate will be somewhere at around 80% or like 75%. No, with fib you will be definitely getting around anywhere between like 45 to 65 or 70% win rate. If you are very good, like booking your take profit at, like booking your 50% at around this area and letting your like moving your stop loss, or booking 10 pips at around, but like just booking 10 pips, then you will definitely get like a win rate of around 70-75% or even 80% with fib also. But the problem is that if you will be booking like 10 pip and just closing your trades, then what will happen, that when you are taking a prop firm, then it will become difficult to just booking your 10 pip and achieving the target. You have to risk more. Risk, like you have to the market has just taken my second entry at around 1:1. As the market reached this area, I had already placed, the market has, see, at this area I had already placed my stop loss at around this, sorry, take profit at around this area. The market came down, took me out, and I am happy with it, because you know, I at least got 1:1. You know, I at least got 1:1, and that's a good thing. And I was already getting 1:2 also. When the market was at around this area, I was getting 1:2 also, but I did not close it. I did not close it because my take profit was at around this area. Like I wanted to just trail it. Okay, but let's suppose you are in a challenge. Let's suppose you are in a challenge and you have to just make 2% only. Then you will get an opportunity to make 2%. But with that breakout strategy, it was very difficult for me to even make 2%. Even if I let my trade open, even if I let my trade open, it becomes very difficult to make 1:2, like 1:2 or 1:3. Like let's suppose I am up 6% and I want to make only 2%. Then it becomes very difficult. You have to take two trades, and in two trades, you know, in one trade you might get 1:0.5 or 0.6 or 1:1, and then you have to take one more trade. Like, you know, it becomes, see, in a in your personal account, everything will be okay. You know, whatever you break out, because breakout strategy also works. You know, whatever you are making in your personal account, that is completely your money. But in your challenge account, if you are not making that much of fixed percentage, that is not going to like worth any money. Let's suppose you make like 6%, then what it is, it is of no use, because you know you have, it is of no use because you have not even let me just check. See, in US30 I want to buy take a trade. Sorry, it's a GBP USD. I want to take this trade. Let the market come till this area. Just one more push and I will be placing my order. Just one more push. So I'm waiting for the market to reach till again this area, then I will be taking my trade. As the candle has just opened, so there is a high chance it will reach till this area. What I can do, I can just do this thing. If that's okay, that's good. Okay, that's okay. Just come down. I have just taken this entry. Okay, I had already placed my alerts. Okay, that if the market, see, look at this entry. I have already placed my alert on just a little above the 51.8, 61.8. Okay, and once the market reached till this area, to this area, I just got my alert. I will be managing my stop loss once the market touch this area. Many people what they do, and I will be also starting doing this, but right now like I am just testing something, so I'm not closing the trade, because half of your, you may close half of your risk like on at the market reaches 0.382. Okay, once the market reaches till this area, you may close half of your trade. See, if you look at this trade, we had like a nice break of this resistance area. Okay, on a 4-hour candle, you can see the market has given all like a quite good break. On a 1-hour on a 1 hour candle also, it just showing some sort of move to the upside. Now it's just coming down to doing some sort of retest, so I just took the entry. Okay. Let's see whether it's works or not. See, one thing we can also do, like placing our like 50% at around this area, then 50% at around this area. Okay, we can enter two positions. But what happens sometimes? What happens? The market just reversed from this position only, from this 0.618 only. So once the market will come down and reverse from here only, so it becomes difficult. So this is the reason why I just place my I'm placing one. See, these all things are I'm testing right now. Okay, if like I will be doing that thing also, like placing 2-3 trades on these on all these three levels. Okay, so now it just took me out. Okay, it just came down and took me out. That's okay, that's perfectly fine, because everything was like my analysis, everything was coinciding, and I took the trade. This was a good trade, I would say. Like there was no discrepancy. I just wanted, because after seeing this sort of 4-hour candle, my expectation was that the next candle, because the timing was already, we have a 4-hour left, or like 1.5 hour left. So my expectation was the market come to this area before continuing its move to the downside, like to the upside, because you can see, look at this week. Every time the market wants to continue its move to the upside, it grabs some liquidity. So my expectation was that it will grab some liquidity before continuing its move to the upside. And if you look at the left, we had some sort of clean traffic. We had nothing to stop the market continue its move to the upside, but that's fine. Like sometimes it just works and sometimes it does not, but that is okay. I'm just waiting for like this candle to close, so 15-minute candle. I've almost taken 4 trades today, so I'm not looking for any extra trades for the day. Just stop trading. Look, breakout strategy, still we have not get around 1:1. So this is the reason why I just stopped. And slowly I will be just stopped taking any trades from this strategy, because it's very frustrating. Okay, let's wrap up this session. Bye bye, happy trading.